Was I failing her by choosing my work? Or I was failing myself by carrying all this guilt everywhere I go?
Over 78% of mothers say they live with guilt every single day.
Imagine you're leaving your hand at home and going somewhere.
And I felt those a lot of moments of guilt.
Nearly 1 in 4 says the pressure to be perfect is crushing.
Back home now, should I leave the class? It's so tiny, but it became so big in my head because I'm a mom, right?
I won't let her down this time. And imagine what?
There's a mom silently asking, am I enough? Can I have more? Don't I deserve more?
But what was a shift? I am not okay to be just a mom. I want to have it all.
And I think that was a shift for you.
That was the shift for me, and that's why this show today is so personal to me, because motherhood is my shift. To start with, I never wanted to have kids.
There are no perfect moms.
Would you choose your husband or your nanny?
That I'm not with them. It's like I'm saving my sanity.
Hello, good evening, world, and welcome to History in the Making. This is the first ever episode of The Shift, the space where real conversations spark real change. Every big change starts with a moment of honesty. So here is mine. Most nights, after the long meetings and the emails and the messages, I sit alone replaying my day. Should I have stayed home to feed my baby girl instead of sending packed milk? Was I wrong to miss her first word, Ma? Every big change starts with the moment of honesty. And here is mine. Most nights, after the long meetings, messages, emails, I sit alone replaying my day. Should I have stayed home to feed my baby girl instead of sending packed milk? Was I wrong to miss her first word, Ma? Where was I when she got her first period and needed me the most? Why wasn't I there when she fell off her bike and cried for me? Why wasn't I there when she scanned the school play audience looking for my face and she didn't find me? Do any of these moments feel like yours too? If yes, you are not alone, mothers. Millions of mothers across the world whisper these same questions to themselves every single night. Let's be real for a second. Most moms, about 7 out of 10, feel guilty every single day. And I do too. It's like this invisible weight we carry every day with us. But here's the thing, nobody tells us. Guilt is not love. And today, we are starting something different. I'm Dr. Richa Arora, CEO of University of Stirling Rack Campus, helping shape futures of thousands of students. But before any of that, before the titles, the stages, the boardroom, I am a mother, a first-time mother, learning for the first time how to be a mom who missed moments, learned on the go, cries in the car, and is still figuring it out just like you. And trust me, I have also hidden in the bathroom just to sip my coffee in peace. Yes, you heard it right. For years, I wore my guilt like a badge, thinking it proved how much I loved and cared for my daughter and my family. Every sleepless night, every second guessing moment, I thought this is what good moms do. This is how good moms behave. But the truth I have learned is that guilt is not love. It's a cage. And tonight, we are learning how to unlock this mom's guilt. The first season is called Motherhood Unplugged. We are starting here because motherhood is where the deepest shifts begin. But we won't stop there. We're gonna talk about leadership, mindfulness, spirituality, relationship, and everything life throws at us. Think of the shift as a living room, not as a stage. You're not just an audience, you're a part of the conversation and the community. Grab a cup of coffee or tea, find your quiet space and a moment, and join me. Tonight is not How to Mom workshop. It's more like a girls' night in. Yes, ladies, you heard me right. It's a girls' night in, but with deeper truths. We are here to bust the myth of mom guilt, refill our joy cups, and speak of movement where moms can dance, laugh, and live boldly. No apologies needed. This is The Shift. This is Motherhood Unplugged. Let's begin. Tonight, we are kicking off The Shift with two incredible women who bring very different but equally powerful perspective on motherhood. First, let's welcome Sapna, a full-time mom, a content creator who left her hospitality career after her daughter's birth in 2023. Since then, she has been sharing the sweet and sour realities of motherhood online while collaborating with some amazing brands. Please welcome Sapna. Sapna, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
It's so nice to have you on the shift.
Same here.
And joining her is Oxana, founder of a consulting LLC, a chartered accountant, and a UAE tax agent guiding businesses across industries. She's also the creative mind and behind the Red Lipstick series, making tax fun and relatable. And of course, she's a proud mom of twin girls. So welcome, Oksana. Welcome on the show.
Thank you very much for having me here.
Thank you.
So happy.
Together, the three of us represent three different stages of motherhood. Yes, you heard it right. Three different stages of motherhood: toddler, preteen, and yes, the teenager mother. Tonight, we are diving into how guilt takes different shapes at every stage and what we can do to shift out of it. I was just sharing a story with all of you a little earlier, and as I said it, this memory last year hit me hard. My daughter was 15 that time, and she had this big debate competition next day. The kind of moment she has been waiting for. I had an important meeting which I could not move in spite of trying like several times, but the whole time I kept whispering to myself, it's fine. I'll make it back. I'll be there to watch her speak on the stage. I won't let her down this time. And imagine what? I see a message on my screen. It's over, mom, and you didn't come again. I still feel that rush, trying to juggle everything, my heart into two pieces at once. Even now, talking about it give me the goosebumps. It doesn't care whether you are a new mom, a mom of a toddler, or a mom of a teen. It's just sit with you every time. All right, mom guilt. We all felt it. The little twist in your chest when you wish you could have done better. You could have done something differently. Maybe it's skipping playtime, running late, or snapping for a second. So tell me, guess, Sapna, I think I'll start with you. So tell me, what's one small moment from this week that gave you that feeling? It doesn't have to be huge, just the real one, everyday stuff that stays in your heart and gives you a guilt.
So from this week, obviously, like guilt takes forms and shapes every day. It changes every day, and sometimes it's like you said, it's playtime. Sometimes it's like you didn't do enough with the lunchbox. Like she just started going to nursery now, and am I putting enough food in her box? Does she like what I'm putting? Does she like my cooking? All of that stuff. And it's so small this time. I made like her favorite yogurt or whatever, and I forgot to put spoons in her box.
Wow.
It's so tiny. It's such a small thing that makes me laugh today. But I was at my Pilates session when I realized, okay, I put the box, I put the water bottle, and I forgot to put the spoon. So how's she gonna eat? Like, will she be able to tell the teaching assistant that she needs a spoon? Will they find a spoon in school? Like everything. And from then on, I'm not in the class. I am thinking about where to get the spoon, how to do it. Should I go back home now? Should I leave the class? Like, it's so tiny, but it became so big in my head because I'm a mom, right? So, and then obviously when I passed by her school to go back to my house, but I don't want to enter the class because she's going to see me and then cry and like want to come home and everything. So I just messaged her teacher and I said like, do you guys have a spoon or do you want me to drop one? And she said, yeah, Sia asked us for the spoon and everything's good.
Wow.
You know? So like at that moment I was like, okay, she's smart enough to ask, speak, do whatever.
Yeah.
That's great, and made me feel good and bad at the same time. That the good part was that she's confident, she's brave enough, she's tiny, but she knows what she wants,
Yeah.
and she knows what is missing here. So that was a great, like, for me to understand that my child knows her stuff. And the sad part was like, how ridiculous can I be,
Oh my God. Yeah. I can
so
feel
it's really very small, but one of those things that's gonna stay with me that I forgot.
the spoon in the lunchbox.
Yeah, like that's the next
happens.
step. You close the box and you put the spoon. That's like so basic. And I'm sure at that point, like I remember when exactly this happened, my son started crying and I just wanted to pick him up and I gave my daughter to my husband so he can put her clothes and just take her. So like in that point, I'm thinking like, oh my God, if I didn't like take a second, he would have cried just for a second more. It does not matter. But the flip side is, if he cried more, I would be like, oh my God, he's
More
crying,
guilt. Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh
It's
my
always-
God.
always
Yes,
like that.
I understand this. Even small
Yeah.
thing can make you cry.
Yeah.
And the small thing remains in your heart forever.
Forever,
And that's the
yeah.
mom guilt. And I don't know why do we carry it actually, to be very, very honest. Such a small incident. And kids these days are very, very smart. They know
They know what they
need,
want, yeah.
And actually, it was a good
Actually.
lesson.
It was,
Yeah.
it was actually like
Problem-
it turned out to
problem
be
solving.
Yeah.
that she knows how to speak, what to speak, and yeah, that's great.
Yeah. So Oksana, I mean, how about you? Any moment, one moment from this week that brought that pinch of, mom guilt into your gut and you're still feeling, how could I do this as a mom? I'm not supposed to do that.
If we are talking about this week, because there were more severe situations in our life, but this week there was voting for school council and leadership teams and so on. So my daughter, she said that she wants to be a part of this vote, and we needed to record a video. Definitely, I forgot till the last moment. I'm so sorry. It's reporting period in UAE. I have plenty of job to do. And the last day, we had 15 minutes for recording a video. So actually, we've done it. And I've been editing it as much as I could without knowledge, but it was not brilliant. And when I was feeling that bad, that actually I am an adult and I needed to keep mind of it, and I needed to focus and do it
Yeah.
in advance. But then I had a very honest conversation to my daughter saying, Victoria, it was your will. You wanted to be selected and voted for. So actually, you had to find out a little bit more about it. And let me know, remind me, because let's share this responsibility. By the end of the day, we are both responsible for the situation. However, having it in my work, the same I use in my life, I said, it's fine. This is the first year when you wanted to do it. I do agree that the video is not great, but it is there. Somebody is going to vote for you because you're a good girl. And we've learned this lesson for next year, both of us, you and me. You remind me in time. We have this recording in advance. We do it more creative. We will do or spend more time for it. And then the result will be better. So again, I'm not taking it all on me. I try to share it and explain and be honest, but this is not the worst I had.
That particular feeling when you were feeling very, very low, how your partner, maybe your family, helped you to come out of that guilt today?
Yeah, I wanted to say, and I always say thanks to my family. Actually, I am managing all it because I have great support from my husband, my partner, and actually my parents. They support me in understanding that business for me and my career is very important, and still managing the situation with kids and kids' life. My parents, they are coming often. My mom, she's coming during that period of time when they have so many assemblies at school. You remember, end of year, when they have either sport competition or family day, or then some performance, music performance, and year-end assembly. So my mom is here, present for those events. If I'm not there, my husband is not there, then my mom is the one to sit and wave to the kids that someone
That's
from the family
beautiful.
is present. Once my husband was running late to one of those assemblies, we tried to back up each other. And he messaged me saying, I'm running late. Then I'm here, but it's almost over. I said, just make some loud noise for them to hear that you are still here. Doesn't matter that you just arrived. They will see that you are
Yeah.
present.
My God.
That's a
okay.
great idea.
So yeah, we need to support, and it's a lot about
Yeah.
teamwork,
It is,
with
100%.
kids.
It is about teamwork, Sapna,
Absolutely.
for sure.
Absolutely.
But still, I want to understand because this has happened with me when I was talking about my girl. I could not reach there. Even if my husband was there, he was witnessing that show, that competition, but that feeling of guilt, I
Yeah.
still have until today. So I just want to know one word from both of you. What was the word who took that guilt away from you? So for me, that guilt is still there. I could not come out from that guilt because whenever I see anybody in that competition, again reach to that phase of my life where my daughter is alone, my husband is there, but I could not witness that. So, what is that one word for you, or one maybe the incident for you that took that guilt out from you and said, okay, no problem, more than guilt, it's the love, and I
Yeah.
was there in all the ups and downs, so I love them more rather than get guilt. So what was that incident for you,
You know,
Sapna?
when my daughter was born, so I, like, to start with, I never wanted to have kids.
Okay.
My daughter was actually a surprise, you know. I don't want to say accident, I don't
but
want to say
no,
shock.
no.
She
I
was a
must say,
surprise.
first child is always an accidental child. To
I
be
mean, I
very
married
honest.
my husband telling him that you will never ask me for children, you know, like, because he liked children. So I told him, you know, be very sure. And he laughed it off. Like, we were together for a while before we got married. And he laughed it off. He's like, you know, this is something that everyone sees. I was like, no, 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 I'm really serious about this. And he said, okay. Like, he actually took a while to like process what
To
I
process.
said. And then when I was pregnant with my daughter, you know, I was really happy. I don't know why. I was super
Hormonal
happy.
changes,
you know?
I think so.
Like, somebody would think that somebody who knows me for a while or personally would be like, oh, she would have been a mess finding out that she was pregnant. No, but I was really happy
Okay.
for some reason. And then when I gave birth to her, I was on maternity leave for like 8 weeks, 2 months. And then when I went back, you know what I started to feel? Like, imagine you're leaving your hand at home and going somewhere.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like, that's the feeling I started to get. I wasn't present at work. I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do at work. I was catching up. I was trying to figure out what's happened in the last 2 months. But the speed of me getting on track with things was so slow. Like, as if I wasn't a marketing, I wasn't a manager position, I was an exec position. This is how my brain started to function because
Yeah.
my priority was my child
Child, yeah.
who's at home, you know. And then I started to tell myself, like, because I would get videos from my nanny or like from somebody, okay, she slept now, okay, she's playing now. Like, she wasn't even doing anything, she's 2 months old. But I don't know, like, every time I would see something and I would be like, what am I doing here? I'm supposed to be not watching videos, I'm supposed to be seeing this
Absolutely.
with my
Yeah,
own eyes.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
Yeah.
And then I told my husband that I want to resign. So I went back to work for 2 weeks. And that time he told me, look, I'm not going to stop you from resigning. But remember that when she grows up, she's going to be very proud of you. Okay, yes, today you're missing some parts of her life. But when she grows up, she's going to be so proud of you that you achieved X, Y, and Z in your life.
Absolutely.
And then I told him, I don't know, but right now my mindset is not the way you're thinking, you know. I'm not there where you are, so I need this time. And he said, yes, you know what? Like, if you're not there, absolutely, you go ahead, take a break.
And I think that was a shift for you.
That was the shift for me. And that's why this show today is so personal to me, because motherhood is my shift. It's my life shifted there. And then, like 5-6 days into it, I told him, you know what, I'm going to take up content creation full time. This was my side hustle back in the day. And then I told him, I'm going to do this full time. He said, I've told you a zillion times that you need to focus on it. Okay, good. Like you woken up, go ahead. So, I invested on getting a camera. Like, obviously, I used to shoot on my phone, but I needed a camera. I got myself a new laptop and everything. I started doing it like the way I wanted it, professionally, learned editing, learned everything while I was, with my daughter at home.
Wow.
So her nap timing was my work timing.
Yeah, I get that.
I balanced it out that way. And that way, I never missed a milestone, a birthday, like a month anniversary or whatever you call it. So it was nice, and now that I have more things to do, I'm more serious about like what I do professionally. Obviously, I take more time for myself, for my work. And sometimes I do get videos from my nanny, from my husband, from my mother-in-law, my mom, whatever. And then that's when I tell myself what my husband told me, that one day she's going to look back and think that, wow, that's my mom.
Absolutely. And she's going to be so proud of you.
Exactly.
What you have
So
achieved over the years.
that's how that's what I tell myself every day, every time, that I am skipping some parts of her. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
That I'm never going to have 100. You don't have 100% of anyone. You don't have 100% of your best friend, your husband, your mom, your brother, your sister, no one. We're born individuals, we're born individuals. We go back individuals. We're here because we have connections. We have cosmic, I don't know, karma, whatever you call it, So I cannot be there 100% for her. And that's why I have a husband. I have a nanny.
Absolutely.
I have her grandmas, for all of this stuff. So, that's what I tell myself, that one day she's going to look back and say, wow, that's what you did, mom. Like, that's amazing.
I'm so proud of you. I'm sure. Yeah.
So, like, that's what I want to tell you, ladies. I mean, I'm too like small when it comes to motherhood, but I want to tell you guys that I know she told you that you weren't there, mom, but she's going to look back and be like, that's my mom. She's going to tell her friends, like, that's my mom.
Yeah, I feel that actually, to be very, very honest. And that was a shift in your life, actually, Sapna, which that emotional bonding with your daughter, that guilt gave you a new life, I think so. That was a shift in your life, and that's how what you are today. If we would have not taken that shift seriously, if we would have not taken that guilt out of our body, I think we could have not been here where we are today.
Absolutely.
So congratulations. It's not an easy thing. And that's what I want to call to all my listeners today. This guilt, you have to come out of it. More than guilt, it's a love. And that's what you need to understand. Go away with the guilt. Go for more love. And one day your children will be the one who will be saying, we are so proud of you. Whatever you have done, it all makes sense. Yeah. So, and what about you? One guilt moment which took a good turn in your life or made a shift in your life? What was that, Oxana?
I also want to share my story. How did I become a mother, actually? I had a quite good career at that moment, but I had my husband and everything was fine. But the only thing in my life was lack of kids. We had no kids. And it triggered me a lot because I knew that this is something that I definitely want to have in my life. So this is a bit opposite story. So I've done 3 IVFs to have finally my twin girls.
Wow.
So my priorities were set quite definitive, motherhood was there and my family, because I knew this is important. However, I was not ready. This was some kind of dreams which no one is ready to.
It's like, when you go to learn swimming, they tell you how to swim. But this is like you're thrown in the water.
Yeah, and you have
swim
to
or
swim
sink
and come out.
And you have to swim because you have someone depending on you, right?
Absolutely.
In your case, 2 people depending on you. So
you have to.
So I had to quit as well.
Yeah.
Because double trouble is there, and it is quite difficult, and not being ready. Just everyone should remember we are never ready to motherhood. And then I was struggling to get back into my career. I was trying a lot. After long break in it, I had 4 years break in my career, and it was very difficult. With
Yeah.
15 years of experience, I was struggling to get back. And when eventually I've got my job in corporate structures, which are not that friendly towards mothers and actually free time and so on, and life work balance is a lot to be done there. It's another topic to discuss. So I decided, and I felt those a lot of moments of guilt, but what was a shift? At some point, I understood that I wanted kids, and I still love my children. Family is my main priority, but I'm here existing as well. I graduated from 2 universities. I have done a lot in my career, and I want to continue. I am not okay to be just a mom. I want to have it all. I always wanted, as I told you, I'm very greedy, and I'm greedy towards life and emotions and this energy which I spread and which I take back from different sources and different actions. And the point was this again, this shift happened when I just said, I deserve. I deserve to have all of it. I can manage. Yeah, I
Yeah.
will not be perfect, neither in work, in my business now, not in motherhood. But who cares?
Yeah.
I'm
Absolutely,
just
who
there.
cares?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had very harsh conversation to my 6 years old children that time. They have been 6 years that moment when they complained, in UAE, a lot of moms are not working and they are present everywhere. And I told them, look, this is something very important for me. I have a lot of knowledge. I need this realization in my life, and career makes a lot of sense to me. And I'm sorry if you suffer a bit, but when you grow up, you will understand, and
Why
you
I
will
did what I
have
did.
that choice as well. If you are happy being full-time mom, it's absolutely fine. But if you want something different, you have the right to be. So no one, even your children, can tell you not to do it. So just be happy in whatever you do. Compromise on things and say that you deserve. Just that is.
You deserve everything.
Yeah.
Being female. Yeah.
You know,
What a bold
sometimes
statement.
like since now I have two really small ones, and nap timings obviously don't match. One is awake when the other one is sleeping.
Yeah.
You know, it always happens. And sometimes I think to myself that, if I start shooting part by part, I will get somewhere by the end of the day. I get 5 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna put the tripod on, put my phone on. I'm going to get a 30-second clip here. I'm going to get a 20-second clip there. And by the end of the day, I will get 10 minutes, somehow. What if I didn't do it? That's zero.
That's zero.
You
Absolutely.
know, this is exactly what it is. If you didn't do it, you're going to get nothing. If you do it, it's going to be slow. It's going to be like the turtle and the race,
Yeah, yeah.
You will get there, even
There.
if you're slow. It's going to take a while, but you'll get there.
Absolutely.
And what's the rush? Like, where are we all going? What's the rush?
Absolutely. What's the rush?
If I don't make it in 2025, I'll make it in 2026. If I don't make it in 2026, I'll make it in 2027. It's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
So this is what I tell myself every day.
But definitely you cannot make children in 2035.
That's the thing, right?
That people
That's
should
the
not
thing.
think about it, actually.
That's the thing,
That's a different topic altogether.
Yeah, but you're never going to have them this 10-year-old, 17-year-old,
Exactly.
2-year-old.
Yeah,
You're never going to have
exactly.
them again. But your work, step by step, is only
Yeah.
going to improve. You know?
So it's such a good strategy that I think every mother is adopting.
Yeah.
It's for every mother, the tools are different.
Very different.
And they are managing it so well. The only thing is you need to talk it out, you need to write it down,
Yeah.
and take that guilt out and take the first bold step to say, I need it all.
yeah.
Why can't we? If everybody can do it, why can't we? Even the small steps makes a big difference.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what is important. Come out of your zone, come out of your guilt, take the small steps, And that's gonna be a big shift in your life. Now let's lighten things up because guilt can also bring us together with a bit of a humor. We are going to play a quick game called Mom's Life in One Word. Here's how it works. I'll read out a scenario, and each one of us has to throw out the first word that pops into our head. No filters, no overthinking, the real answer. People at home, you are in this too. Type your word in the comment as we go. So here is an example. Handing your child the iPad just so that you get 20 minutes of peace or a sleep. My one word would be sanity because honestly, sometimes survival mode is totally okay to have. My first scenario is for Sapna.
Okay.
Sapna, labor pain.
Not that bad. Not that bad.
For me, I just want to run out from the hospital bed. Okay, so the next one is for both of you. Taking time for yourself for a Pilates class, aerial yoga, gym, or a dinner date night. How it would be for you?
Non-negotiable.
Wow, non-negotiable.
Has to be there.
So no guilt out of that.
No, no.
Really?
Because I'll tell you why. When I take that 60 minutes to a class or like 2 hours to a dinner with a friend or husband or I don't know, family, when I come back like as if my battery is 100%.
Wow. Oh
You know?
my God. Yes.
Like I'm running on, let's say, 40, 50, 75. I'm not 100% because, you've gone through the whole day, nappy, not eating, breastfeeding, everything. And then when you go out, it's sort of like I was recharged, So when I
Okay.
come back with like a renewed style and renewed parenting.
That's the energy drink for you, I think
Exactly,
so.
exactly. So it's definitely a non-negotiable.
Okay.
I need like 60 minutes to myself.
That's lovely.
It could possibly just going down, having a coffee and coming back.
And no
you
guilt
know?
for that.
No, no.
Awesome.
No.
For you, Oksana.
I have guilt for
Oh,
all
really?
this kind of stuff. Yeah, every time. But I just try to focus on the fact that I need it for survival,
Yeah.
just for mental health. But there is a thing that I feel that I need to pay back something. So when I plan something for myself, immediately for the next day, I plan something together with my kids. I try to avoid any kind of material stuff and gifts. So today we are recording this, and tomorrow I'm going out with my kids full day.
Okay, so you're making
yeah.
it tough for today. My God, it's very, very important. Most of the time we forget that we are human too. We are first time mothers too. We are also learning over the period of time. So give yourself some space. You deserve all of this, the way you said, I think. Yeah. So we have done the deep stuff. Now it's time for a fun reality check. We are going to play a quick round called Tiny Guilt or Mega Guilt. People watching at home, you know the drill now. Type tiny or mega in the comments and we are ready to go. Let's go. So, my first question to you would be, Oksana, to whom would you choose? Your husband or your nanny? Is it a tiny guilt or a mega guilt and why?
Nanny.
Nanny, wow! Really?
And I think it's tiny guilt.
It's a tiny. Really?
And I'm sure I have
I
a lot
hope
of
your husband is
supporters.
listening to this now.
Please vote for this.
Okay, so it's a tiny guilt for you. Why?
Yeah, because nanny helps a lot. And my husband need to realize the same because she helps not only me, but him as well. And if I'm happy, he is more happier. And all the house is more silent and peaceful. That
Yeah.
makes big sense,
So it means for his sake of happiness and my mental peace, I think he should be happy with
Yeah.
that nanny's much
There,
required
present.
than him.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got it. I'm sure he gonna listening to this conversation of ours today. So this is for you, Sapna. Raising your voice when you're exhausted, then lying in a bed, replaying it in your head again and again. Is it a
Yeah.
tiny guilt or a mega,
Mega guilt.
Mega guilt.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't know why. Yeah, it's huge.
Any incident you remember?
Yeah, like so I was at my mom's house for the last week of August. We spent 2 weeks with my parents, and I obviously didn't have any help, and my husband was not there. And my daughter was, because she's in a new place and like so many people to meet, and obviously she was not behaving herself. and she kind of like was getting on my nerves, and then I started raising my voice on her. And every time that I raised my voice on her, it got louder and louder and louder. You know what I mean? Like the barrier.
And I think it's all the invisible pressure which is there in our head.
Yeah.
Because of
yeah.
the society, because of the norms, because of the
Yeah.
rules which has been set for being a mother or being a child.
Yeah,
Or
and
being
your
a mother,
child
you're
should
supposed-
behave in a certain
Exactly,
way.
Exactly.
But they're like,
child, yeah,
they're
just the
themselves
child
and they do whatever they want to
Absolutely.
do. There's only so little that you can control,
Absolutely.
And obviously, logical talking doesn't happen at this age with them. So when I came back is when I realized I was misbehaving more than she was.
Yeah.
So that was like, I felt really guilty about that.
So it's a mega guilt.
Yeah, it was. It was a
Okay, so
huge
you're
guilt.
admitting this.
Yeah.
Wow. One day
Yeah.
your children will be
I
listening
hope
to this
so.
and say, "Mom, you was not reasonable that time." And how's it for you, Oksana? I mean, you are a mother of preteen. How is it with you when you scold them over Instagram or scrolling or phone or laptop? How's it?
I try to be effective in my life.
Yeah.
So if we are talking about screen time and everything, if your question means this, I just use control functions and I limit. And I limit time. I give punishment if something happens in a way of time limitation, or withdrawing phones, remote, and so on. I'm very strict in it.
Yeah, you're a strict mom.
Yes, I am.
You're a strict mom.
And I keep them busy. This is something that
I think that's what you have to do. You have to keep
you have to
them
keep
busy.
them busy.
busy. And it helps, by the way, in two ways. For them to be busy and not seeing that you are not present also works. So, that is. And I don't think that sometimes giving extra time, but still, I just want to focus that sometimes giving extra time and letting them sit in front of TV, it works for all the family. And just not to use it so often,
Yeah.
but I am trying to be kind to myself. And if it helps, if eventually the result is better than me being screaming like a hell,
Absolutely, yeah.
so better we face this kind of solution. We use this option.
That's exactly why shift matters. When we can pause and say, hang on, is this guilt mine or just an old memory? That's when things change. We stop parenting from our old wounds and start parenting from the awareness. I have also picked up a couple of tools that really help me and the moms I work with. One is the simple thing, guilt-free journal. Just write one word or the guilt which comes to your mind. And the second is memory reflection. Pick one parenting phrase you grew up hearing and ask yourself if it is still fits today in your parenting style. So let me ask you, Sapna and Oksana, what helps you shift guilt when it shows up? What is that helps you? For me, it's like a journal, writing a journal or going to the washroom, talking to myself in the mirror. And how does it work for you? What do you do when there's a guilt inside you and you just want to take it out?
There are like two things. Obviously, when I'm working and I'm feeling guilty about, not being when I get a video or something, I tell myself that it's also important for my kids to, apart from the fact that someday they're going to realize that I did some things to make them proud or some things for my own sanity. I think that it's very important for them to build connections without the presence of their mom. So it's important for her to be close to her dad because none of us are given a life that we know how long we're going to live. I don't know, before I reach home today, I may not survive. I'm just saying,
Yeah, makes
like,
sense. Yes.
God forbid things like this can happen. I don't want to leave my child in a world where she knows nobody, where she connects with nobody. So it's very important that I have my trusted people
yeah.
who she knows and she has a straight line bond with, not because mom is here, so I'm talking to grandma, not because dad is here, so I'm talking to auntie, let's say.
And Oksana, for you?
For me, when I feel that deep guilt, I can say again that I talk to my husband.
Okay.
Yeah, I just take my phone, I call him, and I explain the things happening, and I have full support from his side. This is really amazing, and I definitely ask men to be supportive because
100%.
they
Absolutely.
are not taking that much guilt on them. They don't have those maybe instincts, right?
I
As
feel
we
like they're
do.
just wired so differently.
Yeah, in some cases, they don't need to say anything.
Just listening.
listen. Yeah, and say,
Just listen.
I feel you.
Yeah, and I think
that's
sometimes that is enough, right?
that is enough
That is
because I
enough.
just need, as you said, you go to the shower and you just talk to yourself or something like this.
Yeah.
I have my friends whom I also moms whom I talk to because be sure there is no perfect mom.
Yeah.
Working or not,
working.
working full-time mom, there are no perfect moms. And if you talk honestly to your best friend, you will find that support. And you will find out the same guilt around yourself.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
just use these tools. Just be, and again, be kind to yourself. And when you are already settled, when you are ready, go back to your children. And that is shock for yourself because, my gosh, my child is wiser than me. She realizes I'm not okay. And I'm still should be that role model for her.
No, but that's the problem. We are not perfect moms. We
Not
cannot be
perfect.
the role models.
Yes.
And that's the thing we need to take out from our
Yeah.
head. And that's something very,
Yeah.
very important, I think so.
Yeah.
So before we wrap up, I want to leave you with something simple to try this week. Just write down one guilty thought you had as a mom. Then ask yourself, your friends, or your husband, is this really my guilt or just an old memory speaking? And remember, you are not just a mom, you're also discovering as you go. Every new stage in your child's life is also a brand new stage in yours life too, as their mother. Be kind to yourself. Drop the perfection. Find the humor in the chaos. And most of all, remember this, it's love, not guilt, that leaves the deepest imprint. Thank you, Sapna and Oksana, for being so real and so funny today on
Thank
the show.
you.
Really
Thank
meant
you.
us a lot. And thank you, everyone who is watching us today, commenting us. Your presence and your honesty means so much to us. Before we sign off, Sapna and Oksana, please tell everyone where they can find you and follow your journeys.
You can find me on Instagram, on LinkedIn, or you can contact me directly if you will get my phone
And we
number.
can paste it in the bio
Yeah,
itself.
I'm more than happy. This topic I'm open to talk about a lot because I'm learning to accept myself as I am as a
Yeah,
mom. So
absolutely.
you are more than welcome.
Lovely. And for you, Sapna, where they can
Same
find
for
you?
me. You can find me on Instagram. It's at Sapna Dhanmani, which is just my name. Yeah, that's it.
And that will be posted in the bios too. So if this conversation sparks something in you, don't keep it to yourself. Subscribe, share, and start the shift with us. We'll be back with more real time talks and fun. From survival to significance, that's the shift. See you next time.